So a friend of mine recently gave me this DualShock 4 controller. No, it didn't come like this, I took it apart, but it did come in pretty rough shape. Apparently his dog got a little excited or something, and I think it's obvious where the story ends. He did say that despite the physical condition, it was working fine otherwise. I did test it before taking it apart, and it seemed to work perfectly fine. At that point, I began searching for a new shell and trigger buttons. The problem I began to realize was that I couldn't find any shells for the controller model I had. It's so obscure and disregarded that there's simply no OEM, let alone third-party shells. Now I didn't realize until later on that I could have probably just modified a different older generation shell, but I thought that the bottom portion of the controller that I had looked like something else. There's supposed to be a plastic bar covering the top of L2 and R2, but I couldn't notice that because my friend's dog probably took them off from the original. Despite this, I ended up purchasing a semi-transparent shell and a set of conductive pads and left and right buttons. The plastic frame that holds the logic board and everything else was broken here and there, probably as a result of a dog beating it to death, so to replace it, I need to desolder the vibration motors and strip down the entire controller. Now, if you're trying to do a shell swap on your own DualShock 4 for whatever reason, this part won't be necessary for most people. I'm just doing this as the logic board housing isn't in the best shape. Other than that though, swapping all of the components was reasonably straightforward. The L2 and R2 triggers and springs were finicky, but I figured it out at some point. I resoldered the vibration motors and attempted to put everything together. At first, it seemed that things were coming together properly, but that was not the case. I knew I had to start trimming some plastic, so the bar that's below the touchpad was the first to go. Removing it helped a little bit, but it wasn't enough to make the shell flush, or at least just stay in place. I took a Dremel to some bits of the rear buttons, and that did the trick. Nothing pretty, but I guess it won't really be possible to see. Anyways, that wasn't the end to my problems, as the triggers had a bit of plastic that was hitting the bottom of the shell. After 3 tries with the Dremel, they fit very snug, but fine. I actually realized that the bit of plastic was probably actually supposed to be there, as there's some space in the shell, but I'll worry about that later. After assembling the controller, I realized that I was missing a screw. If the internals were flush with the shell, it'd be fine, but there's still some interference somewhere, so hopefully I'll find it. Anyways, I tried charging it, but it only flashed orange and went to sleep. I plugged the controller into my PC to test the buttons, and only the analog sticks, touchpad button, option, and share button were the only ones that actually worked. I looked back at the old controller and there was 2 foam pads where the conductive pads had previously been. The controller works by using conductive pads to connect to the logic board. Without the foam pads, the conductive film won't make contact with the board and the buttons won't function. I transferred the pads over, put the controller back together, and now it seems to be working as it should. I went back to the controller properties in Windows, and all of the buttons were working absolutely fine. Other than the missing screw, it seems to hold up just fine. I love transparent everything, and it's cool to see the vibration motor spinning inside as I'm using it. I would have much rather preferred a fully transparent shell, but the white on the bottom half looks absolutely fine. There's still some things I need to go back and fix, but all in all, I'd say it turned out really nice. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button, but if not, you know where to go. While you're there, consider subscribing to the channel and enable notifications for more quality tech videos. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.